145.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely.
as much as people hate Tough,
I love it.
What else are they going to do? You know,
Right. Makes no sense. Are we on YouTube now? Oh, great. So for the people watching us on YouTube now, I'm sorry. I know we're a little bit late, but we're here. Been talking a little bit of news, talking some Chris Cyborg or whatever. But don't forget, you're here. You're at Full Contact Fanatics. You can check us out usually on Mondays, but a special Wednesday show today because there's been so much going on, and we've been off for a couple Mondays for the holidays or whatever. We definitely had to come on a Wednesday to keep everybody up to date. That's why we bring Erin Morro, who's sitting over here to my right, because she's just a wealth of information. Dondo over here, it's a little bit cold. I'm older, so I'm always in a sweatshirt because I'm always cold.
It's a little chilly.
Dondo's a little cold, so he's
My ears are
in his
cold.
hood. Yeah, today. We got Miguel over in the producer spot. He's going to be chiming in. Of course, Robert over there. We're going to get some questions to him, too, to get his input, so we can get all this stuff out there because there's so much going on. So don't forget to check us out every Monday, 8 to 9:30.
8 to 9:30.
Yes, make sure you check us out. Don't forget, you can always go to, I forgot to mention Lucky Gee. You can always go to myluckygee.com. Check out all the gees there for sure. Got to check that out. So we're talking about
Gabby.
About Megan Anderson
Okay, that's
coming
where
into the
we're at.
UFC.
That's right.
I forgot all about that. She was already in there, but she hasn't fought. So I think she's been tweeting out congratulations, and I think she says she's down for that fight, right?
she did. She tweeted that out, and then Cyborg had tweeted out that she accepted an offer, or she accepted a fight with her for the Perth card that's in February or March.
Well,
But,
if you say talking about throwing him into the deep end, that's like Henry Corrales when he came in. He fought, what's his name, the Morenito with the braids.
I know exactly who you mean. The one before
Strauss, Daniel Strauss.
Yep.
I mean, he went right into the deep end. That's what they're going to be doing with Megan Anderson. Now,
I don't think she's ready to fight.
I was going to say, I'm not too familiar with Megan Anderson, but is she anywhere close to being ready for her?
I don't think so.
Well,
I've watched her Invicta fights. She's a good fighter.
Right.
But
Aaron made a good point. They should do a tough at the 145-pound women's division to get some women in there. But still, I think that's going to be throwing them way into the deep end. I don't see anybody beating her in the near future. Robert, would you agree?
Yeah.
Is there some Hawaiian girl that we don't know about or something?
No,
Samoano?
The Hawaiian girl is in UFC already.
Which?
The one that likes to wear the really.
Oh, you
cute
mean
outfits.
Rachel?
Yeah.
I don't want Rachel anywhere near Cyborg. I don't want that face or nothing to be messed up. Rachel, please stay where you're
Rachel will
at.
be fighting
You're
Mackenzie
fine.
Dern
Okay,
eventually.
that'll be fine because she'll just arm lock her or
She's
something.
like
We
a
don't have to worry
Victoria's
about
Secrets
that.
model and a UFC fighter.
Yeah, that girl's got a future.
But
I don't know in
Oscar
what, but she has a
Bordeaux,
future.
something or other.
Go ahead, Robert.
Megan Anderson is really tall.
Yes, and she's very fit.
She fights at length.
Yes.
She fights at length. She likes to throw straight punches. So Cyborg's gonna have to use.
Well,
force
so
to
does
get in.
Holly Holm, man.
It's a different style though. Megan Anderson's bigger than Holly Holm's, taller, and she can be hit though. So
Yes.
but Megan Anderson is pretty durable. So
She is durable.
She hits
Yeah.
hard. So I mean, it might be a battle of attrition if Cyborg can't get
Can
inside.
you get Megan Anderson on the show and we can have her punch either Dondo or Miguel to see the force behind the punches?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Cyborg has to punch harder than she does. But I mean, at that length, it's like a hammer, right? Long arm.
Right. Well, real quick,
see.
before we continue, I called Jason Perillo. I wanted to get him on here so we could talk. To me, and we'll take it around the horn, see what everybody else thinks. Robert, you too. It seems to me that the fighters that have went to him now, the style, instead of after somebody throws a couple of punches at him, instead of backing up, it seems like they stay in the pocket but keep their hands up and then go right up the middle. That's what it seemed like Dos Anjos did, and that's what it seemed like Cyborg did. And he kept telling her, come straight down the middle before you throw that hook. And we kept telling her in the corner. And when she did that, she was connected. That eye was just busted open. I mean, because she was coming straight in it. And when she would catch her, but it was she had to chase her because she was going all around.
That's the only thing I didn't like is that she chased her so much, but she was cutting her off and she was nailing her. So.
Right, but does it seem like that to you? It seems like they're coming more down the middle, keeping their hands up instead of backing up, staying in the pocket and staying right up in there.
You have two choices, right? You want to stay in the pocket and throw, or you're going to run.
Right,
so
but it seems like that's what they're doing now. Miguel, would you agree? Or
yeah, but at the same time, I've never really seen Cyborg backpedal.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know?
Especially if you're working towards the clinch, right? Or
that's
a shot.
a good point. But what about Dos Anjos and them? Bisping.
No, you're right, definitely.
It seems like they're just coming more down the middle,
More
keeping
down the
their
middle.
hands up instead of backing up or whatever. Robert, would you agree?
Bisping needs to change his style.
Yeah, no, I agree. also left hook exits.
Yes.
Left hook exits. That's what a lot of his fighters are doing now.
Yeah, after the clinch, she was catching him with some left hooks as they were breaking. Would you like to make it unanimous?
Yeah.
Unanimous.
I mean,
just,
especially if we're talking about Perillo's
hook?
fighters.
yeah, Dos Anjos
Anjos
looked like a different fighter on that fight. He
did.
just stayed in the pocket, came up the middle,
Yeah.
and it just seemed like that was the formula. And that was the first time I actually got to hear when they were in the corner, and that's what he was saying: keep them straight, stay in, and then throw the hook. Don't just come swinging wide with that hook.
It was interesting though how Holm was able to get underhooks on her.
Yes.
And hold her up against the cage.
Right.
Yeah, that sucked.
Unless he was trying to employ that same lactic
Acid buildup, yeah.
that they've always been known to do. GSP did it to BJ. I mean, try to get those boxers' hands to build up so they're a little more tired.
Right.
That's what they could have been doing.
Yeah, because it didn't seem like she could do much after she would get the underhooks and get her up against the cage.
And what confused me is how far she exited out of that. She
Yeah.
pushed off and went like halfway through the,
Yeah.
the ring. I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, she didn't want to get hit on the way out because that's what she was doing. So, see, if we had Jason Perillo here, we could have broke that
I
down.
really
but-
go ahead.
I
Go
might
ahead.
get a lot of slack on this, but I think that Holly Holmes was scared until the third round where she just GTFO.
I don't think you're very far off that. I think she
was
didn't want to
afraid.
get hit with that power. Once she hit her, because just the jabs that she was catching with was swelling her up and really doing damage. Would you agree,
Yeah, that's exactly what
Miguel?
happened.
She fought extremely, I think, hesitant and scared more than normal.
Yes, I think so. She did. Let me put it this way though, and I think Aaron and Dondo and everybody can agree on this. She took some punches, and I was thoroughly impressed of how much damage she took and still kept coming.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought she was gonna break.
Yeah.
And be
What
done.
tripped me out was the picture. I saw a picture
Oh,
of her
afterwards?
afterwards.
Oh,
She's a different person.
She was busted up.
Yeah.
Which even goes to show even more, man. I mean, she took a lot of punishment and kept going. A lot of fighters will take that, just go down, let them keep punching, and let the referee stop.
Yeah.
But she kept going. So
Yeah,
props to
for
her
sure.
for that. I mean, it's not like Holly Holm's not a good fighter. She is a hell of a
Well, she
fighter.
definitely
former
proves
champ.
she's a fighter with that fighting spirit that
Right.
continues to push forward.
I agree.
Versus someone looking for a way out.
I agree. It remains to be seen. What do you think? She'll drop down to 135 and keep
Yeah.
fighting, or you think she's done?
Yeah, I think she'll go back to 135.
How much you think she made for that fight?
Oh, they put the numbers out, but I
Yes.
didn't even.
She made 300,000.
She made
And that's
Holly
just
Holm,
to
yeah,
show,
300.
because there was a win bonus
Because
too.
I think Cyborg they said made half a mil.
she did.
Oh,
That's still
really?
pretty
She
close
did.
numbers.
And that's with her win bonus. But still, 300,000. That's not a bad payday or whatever. So, and she lives in Albuquerque, and I think a house over there is only 50 grand or whatever.
Yeah.
Adobe house.
Well, me and Robert better be moving there then.
So, she's gonna live a lifestyle. They don't even have like cement roads everywhere. They still got dirt roads and everything
Right
up there.
on.
I mean
So she's gonna,
concrete.
yeah, she's going to be able to live for quite some
Asphalt.
time. So we're going to talk about that too. But before we continue, us being part of the media, Robert and Miguel and Dondo and
Free admission
Aaron,
media.
also
Robert.
the photographer who got credentialed and kept calling her a man. He also does a radio show, right? Some sort of podcast
That's
from
improper.
Jackson Wink,
Why
correct?
would he say such a thing?
Right. Now, I think they're not going to credential anymore, and that chops my hide because you have to show some sort of professionalism.
Absolutely.
Now you're at the UFC, you're representing Jackson Wink or whatever. Why would you do something stupid like that? It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. What do you think?
Well, there's no business sense there. How are you going to continue to grow if you're going to critique people in such a way that it doesn't actually bring
And see,
validity to the table?
And see, that hurts people like us. We're trying to get out there. We're trying to get our credentials to get out there. They will only credential certain people or whatever, depending on your show. So then he does something stupid like that. We go to get credentials. They're going to go, no, we got knuckleheads over here. We're at our limit or whatever. You know what I mean? No. but see, regardless of what we
Everybody
do
needs a
here,
Joey Diaz.
when Dondo and Miguel and myself and all, when we go out, there's professionalism. When we went to Affliction, there's a time for that. When we're in Affliction, we want to leave a good impression. We made sure we did everything right.
Those guys are
talk
good
to everybody.
dudes.
You know what I mean? That's how you have to be. You go out there and going, such and such is this, and this guy's a man, and stuff like that. That's what kills you. So, I think they were right taking his credential. I think they should not allow him to do anything anymore. Miguel, what do you think?
Yeah, screw that guy.
It makes no sense, right? Stupid.
Nah.
It kills everybody.
And it's funny because he was like, "Ooh,
Oh, she's a man, huh?
yeah," and then you're like, "Oh, come on, grow up." I'm like, "No. That's just being an a-hole, you know."
Yeah. Now, do you think he'd say it to her face?
Probably not.
No, I don't think so either.
No.
What do you think?
Because I think she would genuinely crack him.
She would.
and he would probably cry.
Nicest person. I've met her
Yeah.
many times. Nicest person, but I think something like that. Well, she did it to who'd she slap?
Oh.
Anya.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Magana or whatever. So she don't play that, man. You know, and I don't think she'd be scared, and I don't think she'd think twice to punch him right in his head.
I don't think she has any
I think
fear.
it's embarrassing
No.
for Jackson Wink.
So
and
why? Well, why
I
wouldn't
think
he
that
say, "Hey, man"?
They
you
put
know,
that apology out, and the apology was just
It's whack.
horrible.
It was whack. It seemed like he didn't care at all.
It's kind of not the first time that they've had something on social media that was
So do you
extremely
think
questionable.
Do you think that they think that they're so big and they have so many fighters and so many champions that it doesn't matter?
I kind of, actually,
Yeah, I
I was
think-
saying that earlier.
yeah, a
that
little too big for
it's
their britches.
Almost like they're so big that they're almost maybe giving the middle finger, saying,
Yeah. So
whatever.
let me just put this out
Yeah.
there to Jackson Wink. All right. Let's stop that. Okay. Don't make me bring Dondo over there. John Jones on Madre way. He'll come and clean that whole gym out. All right. So let's not have that anymore. Diego Sanchez.
We'll feed Dondo a burrito extra
Yeah,
beans.
that's
Clearing
right.
out all
And
the
you
doing
want,
is
you
fogging
want, we'll
those
bring him to do
windows
some
up.
damage, okay? Holly Holm de los Nalgas, she'll come and do some damage.
Holly Holmes now.
Robert, as the founding member and the person who's got us here,
Fan
give us your
base.
take on that, because I know you would, regardless if we're all friends, if we do something stupid like that, you're gonna run us out of here.
Except for Dondo.
Well, I mean, there's a certain, as I
Just
said before,
expected.
as a member of this community, there's a certain amount of handicapped people that we have to employ.
That's right.
So, he'll get
That's
a pass
right.
on that. But
right.
give us your take on that.
Yeah, I think it was pretty rude, but instead of focusing on the bad stuff, I want to say Cerrone did a great job.
Yeah.
Cerrone came out. Cerrone said, "That's not who
Well, he's
fought
smart.
for. That's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
the crew
Well,
that
see, that's what I'm
that
saying.
I remember." So, big ups to Cerrone on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Well,
there's another fighter that did that too. Was it Brunson or no?
Was it
not Brunson. Yeah,
Or
Yeah.
was it Chris Brown?
Chris Brown.
Well, he fights for King of the Case. I just thought I'd throw his name out in there, and he works for Southwest.
I thought you were talking about the guy that beat up Rihanna.
No,
I was
no,
gonna
no,
say, yeah,
that's
he also
different.
fights chicks.
That's please don't lump them all
also
together. But anyways, props to them for discredentialing him or whatever. That shows that they're not going to put up with that crap. So forget him. Now, a real quick story I want to get to before we start breaking down the UFC fights. Andy Foster, who's the main man for the California State Athletic Commission, he came out and said he is adamant about these weight cuts, guys that are, some of them even getting killed because it was so much. He said he picked out 3 fighters that he said specifically need to move up in weight.
Yeah.
First one was Marlon Moraes,
Okay.
who just got into the UFC, who cuts a lot of weight, because he said when he fought at 135, and by fight time he was 155. When he got
20
up there,
pounds,
which
man.
is a huge buildup.
yeah, and they
Then
have to
he's-
be like 10% within 10%.
yeah. And then
Kidneys
he
are gonna
said
go.
Luke Sanders was weighed in at 135, and by fight time he was 159 pounds.
Whoa.
So he was up there. But the David Ramos weighed in at 155, and he was 179 by
Whoa.
fight time.
25
So
pounds.
he's saying those guys.
You know what's funny
Definitely
is
need
that
to move up.
Kelvin Gastelum needs to move up.
Well, he did already
Is
once.
he up?
He went up to 185, right?
Middle
Because that
weight now.
dude can't seem to make it.
And he's doing better now. Chael Sonnen, I listened to his podcast, and he says he doesn't know why anybody would want to cut that much weight. He doesn't know why you wouldn't
won't
want to
be
stay
yourself.
at a comfortable weight, not have to lose that much, be at 100% strength or whatever. And I kind of believe that. I have that problem with the wrestlers. We fought back and forth. Well, he needs to be at this weight, but dude, he's a growing kid.
Yeah.
Put him at this weight or
They
whatever.
can take it a lot better than adults too, though.
True, but I've seen some of the stuff they eat after weigh-ins, and it's ridiculous. Miguel, what do you think?
Oh, dude, what I was gonna say is, I remember I weighed in at 44. I was trying to gain not as much weight, but at least for the life of me, I ate all night, and I ate.
Did you go to the buffet that they give you for after the weigh-ins
Oh God, no.
at the counter? You didn't go there?
No, I
well, you can
didn't
get the
go there.
salad bar, dude. You don't have
Yeah,
to get the
yeah.
junk
No,
that
I
they
went to
serve.
Olive Garden.
Oh,
But anyways,
We're not as a team, sir. How we roll.
well, some of those guys go to Texas de Brazil,
oh yeah.
and dude,
That's
they
bomb.
they go.
Miguel doesn't
They
eat
go
animals
nuts.
or their flesh.
Yes, but anywho, aside from that, fight day or whatever, I was barely 152.
Right.
You know, so
And-
for these guys to be, what did you say, 155, and he was
One of
almost
them
180.
One of them went as high as 179 from
Well, let's just say 180.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Well, it's not ridiculous, but I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah, that's a lot. Now, I mean, it's on them though. They're gonna feel sluggish or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So now in the morning on fight day, because the fights, you literally don't get into that cage till maybe 7:15 at night. So what do you eat that day? I mean, because if I have a Starbucks on an empty stomach, I'm be looking for the restroom.
I mean,
right
just me
about that time.
personally, I just ate a good breakfast and just I
Now, does
snacked
that
on like
include chorizo con huevo or what?
nah,
what is-
not that heavy duty. Just a
Eggs.
lot of fruit, some eggs,
Tortilla.
oatmeal.
Yeah, because you
stuff
don't want
like
that crap weighing you
yeah,
down.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And believe it or not, a good snack was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Right, right.
Hands
Can't beat
down.
that.
Yeah,
can't beat
yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. Go ahead, Robert.
I just wanted a quick stop real quick. We got James Dominguez
JD.
punchline with Kelly Pavlik.
Oh, okay.
Their podcast. He just showed up.
Right on.
What's up, James? We got Joey the Bulls in here,
Joey the
Joey the Bull Gravano.
and then Adam Woods, of course, the homie Adam Woods.
What's up, Ed Woods?
Richard
Here
yeah.
today, gone tomorrow. No, he's Fijian. I was all wrong.
Now,
and of course,
Bula, bula.
of course, we also got Arturo.
now to
Arturo.
all the people that are listening,
Churro,
Arturo,
churro.
Joey the Bull, and the other
James.
people that are somewhat local, we're going to do a live broadcast from NutriShop in Long Beach. It's in the city of Long Beach. It's right off of the 405 in Bellflower. It's Saturday the 20th,
Yep.
January 20th, live broadcast from there. If these guys want to come, and they can put it in the chat room, let us know if they want to. I will bring Luis or somebody to play some Chop Trivia just so we can get the feet wet and you can see what the Chop Trivia is about. Now, do we have anything left in the gift box is my first question.
Oh, yeah.
We have like some shirts and
We got some donated gifts.
yeah, we got some
we
shirts
got
and
some
I think
gear.
we still got one pair of ladies MMA gloves or whatever. So we'll bring it down, and if they want to come down, we'll play some Chop Trivia. We'll give some stuff away. So let that be known in the chat room. Saturday, January
donate a
20th, NutriShop Long Beach, and maybe we could take a Lucky Gi out of the case that said Jiu-Jitsu.
A previously owned
Or
white
something
tee
like
from
that.
the Diaz
I might be able to
brothers.
donate some red ringside boxing shoes or something like that. I'm going to TJ too, so I might bring some hand wraps. So we'll
do it.
We'll definitely do that on the
DA.
20th.
You got any of those limited one of a kind not one of a kind but
Shirts?
limited shirts right now?
Yes.
Go
I
grab
got
one.
one for Aaron Muro. I got one for the.
Perfect. Bring them so we can
Go
show.
down.
Allow me to show you.
So for the people listening to us, live broadcast from NutriShop in
Yes.
Long Beach. It's Saturday,
Yes.
January 20th. It's going to be live from 11 till about 1:30 or so. It's in the early
I have
afternoon.
a few coupons too. That's I think it's like 20% off Shake and Bake. So
Dude,
you know,
Hey,
I'll
hey,
give
man.
those away, dude.
Believe me, if once the Chop Trivia gets going, people will be like, dude, I'll take whatever because it's so much fun. Now, the question I have, Miguel, Dondo, would you be willing to take one chop for the team? The chop will be given out by me. So,
I know Dondo would.
okay, Dondo, we're definitely going to volunteer you for to take a chop. No, it's just going to be a chop.
Just be careful. He has nipple rings.
Cuidado con los chichonas, güey. So definitely don't forget. Come, we'll take some stuff. It's going to be huge. It's cool. And speaking of making a whole day, if you go to the live broadcast, NutriShop is right next to a Burger King. Literally, with less than 50 yards from there. Across the street, there's a Carl's Jr., a Starbucks, a Denny's, some sort of pizza joint or whatever. So we can make a whole day. We can eat, we can drink, we can be merry or whatever. Definitely. I'm sure Erin has to be a gold member for Starbucks or whatever, so she can provide us with maybe some sort of refreshment or something from there. So it's going to be huge. I'm telling you. I was out there a while back, and the people from the 24-Hour Fitness across the street, they came
thank
and wanted to
you.
come and check it out. So now, will you be able to give one of these away on the air?
Yes, and we have one for Fabiano.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I hope that fits you. Is that your size?
That's what I'm talking about.
What
Oh,
size
for the
you
new
got?
mini
What
dojo.
size is your size?
This is a.
Double X.
Does this say small? Oh, 2X. Perfect. I thought it was a small. So check it out. We'll
Merry
sport them.
Christmas and
We'll
Happy
sport
New
them.
Year
Hey,
from the mini dojo to
thank you.
you guys, my partners in crime.
Now, for the people listening to us on the Facebook and now finally on the YouTube, explain real quick what the mini dojo is.
Well, here at the podcast studio, free admission media, we have a dojo, also known as the De La De La O Jiu-Jitsu Mini Dojo. So we go out, we do gym crashers, we come show what we do, we learn what you do, we get it all captured on film. But we love people to come in here and roll with us. So the
Right.
Mini Dojo is here for that purpose as well.
And
We
we've
do have
also shot some footage for
That's right.
Conca Fight Gear in there.
Yep.
Yeah, we would
Which
love to
got
have people come out.
great reviews. I
Yeah,
got to tell
it
you,
was
I got a
awesome.
lot of emails. I got a lot
Thank
of
you.
stuff
Thank you.
showing
Why, thank
how they
you.
liked that, and it was cool because we kind of took that where they kind of faced off and showed, and it showed the gear. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was well done.
What
So-
I would like is some of your guests that come in, it'd be nice, for example, if they're
To show some
instructors,
stuff?
maybe they could just demonstrate a move or something like that. That's
Yeah.
also its use.
Well,
Something
Maria
like that, or
Rios
bring the gear.
for one, and Chad George, I believe,
Yep.
also said they're totally down.
Yep.
To do
I
that.
know
So
Russ
we'll-
Mira
I know
said
Russ
the same.
Mira did do a small demo for us, and that was really cool.
Well, what's cool is we can have Giovanni or Marvin come
Oh,
and do some
gosh, yeah.
judo
Oh, yeah.
tosses. That'll be
Oh,
awesome.
jeez.
I would be willing.
I hope they
because
put a few mattresses out that window.
since I'm
I've
almost
seen him throw, and it's
yeah,
not,
since
it's
I'm
no
almost
joke.
100%. I would like to.
It's
to try
sambo,
that.
judo. You know what I mean? It's a lot.
What's
of,
his name? What's his name that used to fight Scott Bromwich
Yeah.
or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
I was helping him get
We know
ready for
Scotty.
for a Long Beach Fight Night. Totally caught me off guard and hit me with the judo throw. Dude, out of nowhere, when you're not expecting it, or it comes so
and that
fast,
leverage.
Oh, that hurts.
dude, knock the wind out of you. I'm like, dude, where did that come from?
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever. It does catch you off guard. So definitely look forward to that. So for the people that are listening to us, hey, man, we appreciate you checking it out, checking out the special Wednesday show because they're used to having it on Monday. Come check out the live show. It's always a good time. We'll play some Chop Trivia. We'll give some stuff away. It's going to be awesome. So make sure you check it out. You think you might be able to make that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
When
got-
is
Did
it?
you guys hang that
It's
shirt
Saturday,
up? Look at the
January
design of
20th.
that
I put
shirt.
one right here.
Hang
No,
that shirt
And,
up.
Bellator.
Real quick, also just a shout out to
Can you
everybody
give us your
that's
card?
like
Your
let
Starbucks card?
us just especially recently Black House, we hit them up.
Oh, that's right.
Nothing
Yeah.
but cool dudes.
Absolutely.
Metroflex.
No, where else did we go before? Oh yeah,
yeah,
Marcelo Cavalcante. Yeah,
MCBJJ in Carson.
that's right.
That's cool. And
My boy Fidel.
Yes, Ian Harris.
Yeah, Ian Harris at
Fight Science. That's
I would
right.
say,
His episode comes out this week.
His episode.
Oh, his
will be out this
episode
week,
is out
right
this
on.
Yeah.
week.
a
okay,
good one.
cool. Yeah, he was asking about that. at
Yes,
King of the
yes.
Cage,
This
so-
week. This week.
Yeah,
We got.
definitely.
Conda's coming
We
up.
got to get get
So
get it
now-
cracking on the Hawaiian.
As far as gym crashes is concerned, are you guys? You still got a couple on the shelf, or
We got 4 on the shelf.
okay,
Yes,
so those will be
coming out. Those are coming out,
Weekly.
guaranteed. Yes.
So Robert, where do they need to go to check out the gym crashes when they're actually out?
Free admission on YouTube.
Free admission on YouTube, so make sure you check that out. When we went to Affliction, I actually got to see what goes into doing gym crashers, and dude, you're there for a while. I mean, it takes a
Whole
lot.
day.
You got to wait for this, and then when this class finishes, and then to get this guy, so it takes a lot. So check out gym crashers for sure. So, anyways, appreciate that. Everybody that's in the chat room or checking out the show forever. Hey, man, we want to make sure and give back. So if you want to come down and check out the live broadcast, make sure you come down, check it out. That's when you get to reap the benefits of listening to this show. Not only will you get to see Dondo get chopped, you
Chop
get
it.
some gear. We'll buy you how much? The burgers are only like $1.49 at Burger King, right? That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, we
We'll buy
Carl's
got
you-
Jr.
coupons.
across
That's
the
a
street,
deal.
too.
We'll be
I
raffling
told
off coupons.
I told him Carl's Jr. There's a Starbucks across.
I have a special
Danny's.
sponsorship with that Starbucks, so we're good to go.
Perfect. They're good to go. Now, real quick before we get in, we're gonna slide over into the UFC. But we talked about Cyborg make 500,000, $500,000, which is slamming. And if anybody deserves it, it's her. Holly Holmes making 300. Now,
Give her a bonus.
how
for
much you
that
think
beating.
Khabib made?
20 G's.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm
know
just
that-
throwing a number out there.
Yeah, I really don't know.
Well,
I
he got the win bonus,
so we'll say 100 that evening.
Yeah.
I say he made 300.
150,000,
That's what I thought.
which is not bad. I mean,
No, it's not bad.
semi-main event or whatever did damage.
After taxes, you're walking home with 100.
Yeah, 150,000.
Trump's gonna take
That's
50.
not bad. Now, do you think he'll take that back to
Nah,
Russia?
he's
or do you think
Russian.
He's gonna
He'll let him have it.
be smart and stay here. Now, we'll go
Think
down.
about
This
that.
this is how far it goes down. Carla Esparza, former champion
5 G's.
or whatever, she won. She got her win bonus or whatever. How much you think she made?
I'll
Miguel?
say 10.
Okay, so she got the win bonus
She
of
got the
15.
win
Oh, win bonus. Okay, I'll go with 15. Yeah.
Okay,
15.
Aaron, don't look at the answers.
Yeah,
I-
Aaron, you
25.
cheater.
25 grand,
Yeah.
72,000
Whoa, that's
Whoa.
good money.
with the win bonus.
Wow.
So at least
They're
being
trying
a
to keep the
former
girls around.
former champion, whatever. So we'll divulge or dive into the UFC. Now, first of all, we're going to be jumping all around here. But Carla Esparza, I love Carla Esparza to death. She's been on my other show. She's been a good friend. I even shot her a text to see if she could come on. She never texted me back, but that's cool.
That happens.
Good. I got to be honest, man.
Girls don't always text me back either.
Yeah, I mean, me never. I got to be
Especially now that
honest.
he's married.
Her fight, she fought the girl from
Cynthia Calvillo
Team Alpha Male.
from TAM. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cynthia Calvillo.
That
from
was-
Team Alpha
Dude, that was a
Male.
killer fight.
Dude, that fight was back and forth. I got to be honest. I gave
Carla.
Cavillo the first 2 rounds, and I gave Carla the last round because
Sure.
she
came back.
really put it on her in the 3rd round.
She came back.
But I gave her the first 2 rounds. I thought she eked out a split decision. When I heard the decision, I thought, that's a little close. Am I wrong? Or first we'll go to Aaron. What do you think?
I wouldn't have been mad if it went either way. Either way, I mean it was a close fight. And
But based on what? I mean, yeah, she looked good in the 3rd round. Carla did.
It was
she poured on.
Calvillo's fight.
But the first 2 rounds, she was catching her. She was she was
excuse
doing
me.
really well. So
Yeah.
what do you think?
Well, I think Calvillo, because she's an up-and-comer, she's new, she doesn't have all that mileage on her.
And
She
Carla
doesn't
being
have
a
that
former
experience. Carla's a former champion. She should have been able to bring it to her. She didn't, so Calvillo's carving her place in the world right now.
Miguel?
I honestly gave it to Calvillo. And
Yeah.
almost exact way you scored it. I
Yeah.
said first 2 rounds.
Yep.
So it really depends on the judges. I mean, I don't know. They say
Don't
they
leave
should,
it to the judges.
They
Well,
should
it
have
wasn't
them
even a
watch it
split
without
decision.
listening.
It was.
It was
I
unanimous.
think it was a.
Yeah, one of the
All
judges.
3 judges had it 2 to
decision,
1,
yeah.
right, or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
They say that they should have the judges watch the fight with earphones on to not hear the crowd noises or whatever.
Yeah, 'cause that
That'd
does
be a different
influence.
fight. I think that might have been the case there. I don't know. Robert, what do you think, man? I thought Cavillo won the first couple rounds.
Yeah,
I'm biased. You can't ask me that question
Because
You dated
I-
Carla Esparza?
No. I was there for her pro eval, the same pro eval.
yeah, we were all there.
Yeah, so like I always like rooted for her. Then we were all at her very first fight
Well, at Long Beach Fight Night, yeah.
So-
and
so-
Jiva Santana was in her corner. I agree.
So I got horse though.
Well, me too. I mean, I do that with the few fighters, but that one to me,
unless Carlos Barza like. I mean, I gave her second and third, but that's because I got blinders on.
Yeah.
I did too. Actually,
wrong.
Yeah.
I gave her 2nd and 3rd too.
and she's
and
schools there and trains with her. So.
and no offense, but she's not really my favorite fighter.
right. Well, now,
I mean,
with all
but-
that being said, to me, it seems like she's happier than happy that, ¿cómo se llama the champion with the ball head?
Oh,
Namajunas.
Namajunas.
I think she's like, all right, she's got the belt. I can beat her. I'm really gonna because
I
I,
don't
think,
think so.
if Johanna,
Namajunas will smoke her.
well, yeah, but I'm
But
I'm
compared
saying
to
I think
Joanna?
that's Carla's mindset. I think she'd much rather fight Namajunas than she would fight Johanna.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think, Aaron?
Well, yeah, I think she's already beat. I think she
Well,
beat
she
Rose.
did.
Once,
Rose is a totally
but that
different
was,
fighter.
That wasn't tough.
Right.
I mean, and I think that just watching them, come up in UFC, I feel like Rose, her game has improved
It's
a
changed.
lot
Immensely.
a
I
lot
would put it
more
on the
than-
same like
a
as
lot
a
more than
Robbie Lawler.
Esparza
If you
has.
can,
Those guys, she's
if you
really
can
improved.
put out
Carla already
Joanna
lost to
Jędrzejczyk,
already
then
lost to
your game's
Joanna.
changed,
Yeah, and I think that
right?
put,
There's no accident putting out Joanna. I'm sorry.
no, and I think Carla after she fought Johanna is a different fighter from that fight. I think she was like, this is a little bit too much for me or whatever. But now that Rose is a champion, I think she's like, okay, now I'm ready to
She can see
come
the light
back
at
and
the
do
end of the tunnel.
yeah.
But Rose has changed.
True. But I think Carla would much rather fight her than she would fight Joanna. Does anybody agree
Yeah,
or disagree?
I
Joanna's
mean, she would
kryptonite
have
to
to
a
get
lot of
through
girls.
KK. She would have to get through Andrade.
Right.
I mean, that's a mountain to climb.
Well, I think if
I
Tisha
think-
Torres wins, I think that'll be the matchup. Carla and Tisha, and then the winner might either get a top 3 or maybe even get a shot.
I mean, it definitely had to be a confidence booster.
We're gonna
Right.
see
She needed
Joanna
it. She
and
needed that
Rose
win.
one more time.
Yes.
Nobody's gonna get in between that.
Okay, but does anybody disagree with me or agree with me that she's a different fighter at Carla after she fought Joanna?
After
I mean,
Carla fought,
after
well,
Carla fought Johanna, I think
Yeah.
I think she's
She
like,
got-
man,
she got
that I didn't
devastated.
expect. I gotta reset, and
I think it changes you. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you have an opponent that is so dominant, yes.
Robert, if you get a chance, can you pull up that division? Let's take a look and see who's next. What do you think? First of all, give us your thoughts, man, because you know what's happening. Like you said, you have blinders, but
I Like I don't know. All I want to know is if we can get her on the show and let her tell us.
That's
Yeah.
that's what I'm
what
saying.
I want. I want Esparza to come in here and clear it.
Yeah,
'Cause-
exactly.
But what I did like though, it looked like at the end of the fight, she was going balls out trying to finish that.
She
shit.
was.
That's if she would have
Yeah.
done
Does
that
it.
for all 3 rounds. I mean, it would have been like, dude, she's back, and she. So, do you think she kind of, kind of held off a little bit in the first 2 rounds to have enough energy for that third
How much
round?
can you
Because that's
give,
what
right?
it seemed like.
I don't know. Maybe somebody in the corner told her, "Hey, it's really
Yeah,
close.
pick it. You gotta go."
You gotta finish this."
Yeah.
And she
And
did
just
bring it.
said, "Let's try." And she just
Let
went
me
after
make a quick public service, and I'm like, Colin Oyama, just come on, dude. Don't make me go through Jason's house. Come on, bro. Come on in here. You can sit. Jiva Santana sat in that seat,
Right.
and so come on in, bro. Give us the breakdown, because he would be the one to tell us. I told her, hey,
Yeah, he's got
it's
the
close. Go out there and do it, or whatever. Which it seems like that's
The
what he
real
did, because
game
she was a
plan.
different fighter in that third round.
Yeah, I mean, and the great thing is, like, I'm sure Colin's done somebody's somewhere's media.
Sure.
I just haven't, in a while, run across anything.
Well, I've contacted
And I
him,
would
and he
love
wants
to
us to
get-
go through
pick his
Jason.
brain.
So hopefully we could just get him in here and get it out there or whatever.
We
Now
love
we're
Jason and all, but I
yeah,
haven't got.
but between all of us here, where does Felice Herring fall in that? She's in the same weight division too, right?
Yeah. Oh,
A little lower on the list, though.
So
okay, Felice Herrig is ranked number 9
if you
right
can
now.
pull it up, we can kind of take a look and see, where we're at or whatever.
Not to
She-
ignore that Celtic Gladiator coming up on January 27, 2018, Saturday
is
in
it behind us?
Chicago.
Oh, it's behind us.
Right
If you
behind
get a
us,
chance,
yes. We're going
make
to
sure you check it out.
Chicago.
Who's going to Chicago?
We're talking about it.
We are.
If we don't go for this one, we're going to the next one. Celtic Gladiator is a big friend of the show, and we really want to be out there to support each of those events.
Well, news to me, dude,
Yeah.
about going to. If we can go to
Let's do it.
Chicago, I'm totally down. I
We're
mean,
talking.
I'll sit in luggage or what's it called?
We'll make it
freight or whatever, because I'm definitely down for that. Now, there's been a lot of good feedback on the Celtic Gladiator
Good stuff, man.
challenge when we put it out there last time. People are interested, especially when we push it.
Yep.
They're like, hey man, I think I want to check it out. You guys have been talking about it a lot. So for
Love
the
it.
people listening to us on the Facebook and of course on the YouTube, Celtic Gladiator 18, it's going to be in Chicago. It's going to be at 5216 West Lawrence Avenue in Chicago, Illinois. It's cold, so bring a jacket.
Bring it.
Now, if we're cold here in
It's
California, where it's 70 degrees.
We're
and
chilly at
dying,
70.
I can only imagine.
It was
out
68.
there.
I'm freezing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
big
yeah.
love
time.
that they do live Facebook.
I'm a bitch
They
when
do.
it comes to the cold.
They do.
Celtic
They have their own
Gladiator?
network
Yeah.
called Event TV, so it'll be broadcast.
And they're going to be coming out to LA, what was this, March or something like that?
Coming out soon.
And now, are they the ones that were at the Coliseum?
May.
No, the
was
last time they were
Sparks.
out here, they did El Monte.
Florentine
The
Gardens.
beautiful,
Gardens.
beautiful
Florentine
city of El Monte.
That's right. We'll definitely, check it out. And we'll definitely push. And please, when they come out here, get some fighters on here, man. Let's get them out. Let the people know
We
who they
got
are.
'em.
Get them familiar with the
cool.
faces, so they'll come and pack
Yep.
that place. So make sure you check.
Yeah,
that
we got
out.
to pimp you out too, Favi. Maybe you could be the
Oh yeah,
announcing the
ring
main
announcer.
star.
Let
Let's
me
do
know,
it.
man.
That's
I
right.
only got three gigs.
Hey, if they need somebody to park cars, I am your man.
Totally down. I only had 3.
I have plenty of parking
last year with King of
expertise.
the
Just
Cage,
ask
so-
Jason
You know what?
Della O and all of
I
I
topping
need some
events.
work.
Before we move
I've
on,
parked
there's
cars for them.
there's a MMA fight between the LAPD and the LA Fire Department coming up on May 4th, and they have requested that the Full Contact Fanatics and OTM Live people come down and actually broadcast
Right.
and want Favi to possibly be an announcer.
Where's that going?
Oh,
It's going to be in LA. LA Fire Department, LAPD.
Well, that makes sense of LA. But
I
as
said
soon
if
as we
it's
get
cops
some,
versus cons, we can arrange something. They said, no, you got to be Fire Department or PD.
as soon as we get some details on that, we'll make sure and get that
I'm
out
getting
to
the
everybody too. There's
specifics, but they want to meet you, and I didn't mean to tell you this, but it just
Perfect.
popped into
I
my
am-
mind. So
totally more.
by the way, Favi, you're working at Quinceañera
down to
on
check it
Sunday
out.
too.
Yeah, I believe Robert and I both have a quinceañera coming up soon. So, yes. So definitely gonna check that out. Appreciate.
hey,
Oh, perfect. Hey, Othello,
Othello's a big fellow.
big wrestling match coming up on July 27th. That's going to be at the American Legion Post 716. So, hey, Othello, please, you got to come down to the live broadcast.
Yep.
It's going to be the Saturday before, January 20th, at the Nutri-Shop in Long Beach. Make sure you come down.
Bellflower and Spring.
Othello doesn't even have to do anything, and people just look at him and go, oh, my God, what is this? Is this guy a movie actor or whatever?
He looks like the
For
king of the cage.
Yeah, like the guy
there.
who used
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
to sit like that or
Yeah.
whatever. For the people listening to us here on Full Contact Fanatics, it would behoove you to go to the live broadcast if Othello could come down because
Come
he's
out.
such in demand
Kick
just to see this guy. He's, I would say, at least close to 7 foot, correct?
7 feet, dude.
7
easy.
feet or whatever.
7'2".
And always in shape. He's always training. You know, so make sure if you
a
want to
very
come
large
check it out.
human
I'll try to
being.
get him out there. He's a very busy man, but if we can get him out there, we'll definitely do that. Look forward to that for sure. So, I got to tell you, man, I knew Khabib
Kebab.
was a heck of a fighter. You know, undefeated. The dude's got wrestling. This game plan is similar to like Chael. He's just going to close that distance. He's going to get you down. He's going
He
to
was
pound
a
you out.
killer. Come on, that was an amazing
He-
fight.
Dude, I
He
mean,
dominated from the moment he
especially
came out of
against-
his corner.
against the guy he fought, who's
Dude,
got good standing.
Barbosa looked like he just wanted to die after the first
Yeah,
round.
I mean,
Dude.
he just was like, dude, there's nothing I can do with this guy. He would get me down. He couldn't get
It
back
was the
up.
most
He was-
dominant performance.
yeah, especially against a guy like that.
Yeah.
I mean, he really, really
We
showed.
expected a little back and forth. There was no back and forth. He
Yes.
dominated the entire
now,
time.
he called Conor McGregor and Tony Ferguson bitches,
he did.
you know, on there.
bullshit fighters.
Yeah, that was what it was. Bullshit fighters.
Yeah, he's like,
he's
or
totally
bullshit
down.
guy, something like that.
I gotta tell you, between one of them, I'm going with him, man. Khabib is
Khabib's
a
the
bad
guy.
Oh,
man.
dude.
Aaron, would you like to give us your thoughts on that?
Between who?
Okay,
Khabib and-
let's say
Well,
Tony
actually,
Ferguson.
I'm
they
sorry,
put
I
him
got to
out of
cut
the
you
mix.
off real quick. Going back to the weight cut thing, did you see him weigh in, like his actual weigh in?
Khabib?
Yeah, I actually
didn't-
thought he
I'm
would-
working. I can't see the actual weigh-in,
Well, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
you know, they fucking play it,
which is
later on
stupid
in
because
the
I
day.
think that
But
mock
anyways,
weigh-in is ridiculous.
Yeah,
but go
no,
ahead.
I hear you. No, I watched later that night. I watched his actual weigh-in.
Yeah.
and he looked a little spent, you know, which I was like, oh man, like
He's not going to come back.
I that's where I was like, oh,
Gotta hydrate.
I'm pretty sure it's going to drain his energy. You know what I mean? So I was actually surprised that he came
brought
back
it.
the way he did.
Yeah.
You know, fight night or whatever.
Yeah,
He-
but
he
he's
was-
a real deal, man.
Yeah,
I think he will give Connor a run for his money. Definitely,
I think
definitely.
he's got Connor.
I think so. Yeah.
What he said.
I don't think Conor wants anything to do with him.
I don't even think Connor is.
In the
this
mix.
is what's going to happen. This is what I think is going to happen. I don't think that. This is what it's. Ferguson versus Khabib, and the winner of that, then Connor fights him.
And Connor won't fight again.
Yeah,
If
not
Connor,
gonna
if
fight
Connor
Khabib.
comes back,
He's not going to fight Khabib.
he's got so much money, dude. He doesn't need to fight. But Khabib said when he runs through his money and he needs to come back, I'll be waiting for him. You think he? I don't think anybody can run through that much money unless you're like.
I don't know. You
Tyson,
saw
buying
those
tigers
yachts he
and-
bought.
what about Mike Tyson? Ran through all his money.
Yeah, buying yacht
I
or
mean-
tigers
You
and
can
stuff
run
like
through
that.
money. No two ways about it, but it's not a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
But I don't think Conor McGregor.
Go buy
and
your
him
own
are gonna
country,
have-
Conor.
But Tony Ferguson and him definitely is a possibility. What do you think? Go ahead, Robert.
I think this is what's going to happen. Connor is going to start some shit with Ferguson. He's going to tell him, F you. Who
Yeah.
cares? Because why? Because if McGregor fights Khabib in Russia, you know how big that's going to be?
Dude,
how much
that would
money
be
he'll make?
Huge.
Ferguson does not draw as much as Khabib will
Right.
in Russia.
Especially
So
now.
why-
Especially after that victory.
if
He
you
draws
want
the entire
money-
country.
If McGregor wants money, the only money fight there is in that weight class is Khabib.
Right.
I also have a thing with everybody jumping on Khabib's bandwagon. I think it's a 50-50. I don't think that it's just because he dominated Barbosa does not mean he's going to dominate
Ferguson.
Conor. I think
Oh.
it's Conor. I think Conor it's a 50-50 because it's a southpaw stance. If he stays outside on the left foot and controls that jab and he pivots off and cracks him with that straight left,
Yes.
and Khabib got sloppy. He reaches when he can't. Conor, Barbosa, he's more of a kicking person. Conor's a puncher. He's got a longer upper body torso. It's not the same. It's a different fight game.
Right.
If Khabib grabs Conor's fucked. He's
Right.
sorry
Yeah.
about my language. He's stuck on the
I
ground.
think.
It's okay for you to cuss, huh?
Oh,
That's why I
yeah,
apologize.
yeah,
I
leader,
apologize.
fearless
Whatever.
leader.
What about
Um,
Khabib
It
Ferguson?
fell on dead ears.
Khabib and Ferguson it's just a weird triangle. Like I think it's just a weird triangle. I think
I
I don't know.
dude, I gotta be honest with you, man. I think you're one disillusioned young man. I think Khabib will run right through Conor. I think he'll close the distance. He'll get him down. He'll give him a beating. I think Ferguson would
Connor's
be tougher for him
elusive.
because
I
Ferguson's
have to
got some
agree
ground game.
with Robert though. Yeah.
Connor's
I-
elusive.
Yeah. If
And that's
he
the way he's
reaches
fought.
out and he can't get a hold of him,
he's gonna make him pay.
Yeah.
Because Khabib at one point started rushing forward, swinging like this.
Right.
Connor moves.
He'll make you pay.
laterally.
Yeah, he'll make you pay.
He will tag him. He'll hit him. That's the thing. And Connor, the difference between everybody when you watch Connor, he's what's special about him is he's a master of the space. He knows how far he has. He controls space very well. That's the thing people misunderstand about Connor. It's not just his punching power. It's his space that he controls. He knows where he's all time. He messes up a little bit sometimes. That's why he gets hit. Because he's waiting for that one moment where you touch his nose and he counters back. And I think it's going to be hard. And Connor's right. He saw the same thing I saw. Yeah. Khabib does get sloppy.
And like when he fought, when Conor fought Jose Aldo, they both hit at the same time. He just got him a little bit harder and a little bit first. But I got to tell you, man, I think Khabib will run through Conor. I do. I think Ferguson would be a tougher matchup for him strictly because he's got ground game. If he takes him down, he's going to put him in all that twisters and all that stuff, and he's going to give him a that's what I think. Now, somebody
Ferguson just has way more tricks.
I was going to say, Aaron, what do you think?
Khabib and Conor, I think that I think Khabib takes Conor. I think he does.
Yeah, I think he'll close that distance and get him down, man. I think once he does, Conor's going to be lost. He's going to be lost on the ground. Dando?
I'm kind of with the guys on this. Conor's proved himself to be very elusive. Like Robert said, he does know his space. He understands distance. He has that reach. I don't know where Khabib's at on that, but that... Is it similar?
I heard this interesting fact.
Can you grab the mic?
When we were at Black House, somebody mentioned that they heard that Khabib has never been tapped at AK. I don't know who said that, but when we were at Black House filming, somebody mentioned it to me. And then it went around the room because there were people from up north, and they said they've heard that Khabib has never been tapped. I mean, you two guys are brown belts. You're a blue belt. Just to be training for 3-4 years in one spot and never be tapped. That's crazy.
Unbelievable. I got tapped 5 times in 3 minutes last night by my buddy Nick Armenta. Thank you, Nick.
but yeah, I mean, I know once Khabib touches Conor, it's a problem.
I don't know. I mean, it'd be nice to see it, though. I mean, it'd be nice to say, well, this is who you have to fight, and that's that. I don't think it's going to happen. I think he's going to go fight Ferguson.
Do you guys think Conor's going to fight again?
I don't think so. I think maybe somebody's going to bait him into something, and he's going to fight. But I don't think
he'll be baited.
I think he'll wait till Khabib gets a few miles on him, and then he'll fight him.
And nobody wants. I don't want to see it that late in the game. Let's see it
True.
now.
Well, back when you were rolling with
Henzo.
Not Henzo. When you were rolling with Helio.
Back in my New York days.
Back when you went to Brazil and rolled with Helio in the farmhouse.
That's right.
And
I told him
you got tapped quite a few times, right?
You got to close your legs for the guard, Helio.
Right. So
close your guard.
Nobody knows better than him. So him and Helio were the ones that brought it to the forefront. Him and Mizumoto.
Here's also another thing, just the psyche of a man, right? Sometimes when you're used to being in the spotlight, and that thing disappears and it starts to fade off, and you're known for one thing, and that's fighting, right? And talking shit. That's what Conor is known for. When
to
that
draw the
to
fight.
Fade, sometimes it's not the money. It's I miss that people showering me. I miss Ireland cheering for me.
Right.
I miss that thing.
He did represent his country. It's the biggest thing to come out of there since Shamrocks.
Yeah. So that's how I feel. I feel like, and then it's just the competitiveness in him, right? So I think. What comes first? Does he run out of money first, or does he just?
He's not going to run out of money,
dude. If he runs out of money, dude, that's ridiculous. He deserves to be.
I still say they do Khabib and Ferguson first, and then Conor.
I think that's more likely. That's more likely.
And I'm always going to say the same thing. And in a marketing standpoint, why would you waste 2 contenders? Let them. You want 2 fights because you waste one, the other one's back.
See, but then
it's a headliner either way.
Who knows how Dana thinks? He might go for the money. He might say, "Well, they're hot now. Let's put them." Who knows?
If he can get them.
Well, I mean, he's got to put them together. If Conor does not fight, he's
why
got
don't
to
you?
put those 2 together.
Conor's not actively seeking fights at the moment, so let's just assume Ferguson's
Just call. Do me a favor tomorrow. Call the UFC office. Tell him you're Robert from Full Contact Fanatics, and get him. Tell him to give us a statement on that because we need it here. So, before we get out of here,
I'll tweet to Dana.
I'm telling you.
I'm friends.
What's the guy's name that fought Louis Smolka? Mateus Nicolau or whatever.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that fight?
Yeah.
Dude, Smolka just took so much damage in that fight. Those are the fights that kill me because I'm thinking, this kid's going to get he was getting rocked. I mean, credit to him.
When do they throw the towel is the question.
He came back in the last round. But, dude, he was taking – where he was just – you could see it just hit the brain and shut the body down, and then he'd come back up. I mean, it was a
Yeah.
few of those.
Well, if you're his coach, what do you do?
You
If
know-
you're in his corner, what do you do?
He was still in it. He would get down. He'd get some holds on or
Taking
whatever.
heat. The dude
And
was taking heat.
The other dude started to slow down towards the end of the fight, but he just took so much punishment in that fight. It was ridiculous. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, but you mentioned that, like you said, the coaches, we did contact, or tried to contact Rylan Lazar's basic tactics employee. So we'll see. They got our numbers, so we're trying to.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of throwing in the towel, didn't you think the same thing about the Barbosa fight? Wasn't there a point where you were like, I never like that either. I feel like the fighters, they should make their own decision, and
Yeah.
no one should be thrown in the towel. But dude,
Well, we haven't had
Those-
one.
To fight
We
another
haven't
day.
had one person on this show that said they've ever wanted anybody to throw in the towel.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So I mean, I guess the fighters know what they can take, but sometimes it seems like hey man, then live to fight another day. Go ahead, Miguel.
Right.
I was gonna say I don't think they actually know how much to take. They just go for
Yeah,
it. You
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
That's good. That's what we want to see.
And then the thing is, the referee, he's in a no-win situation. He stops it for the safety of the fighter. They go, oh, yeah, I could have kept going. You shouldn't have stopped it or
That's
whatever.
true.
And then he doesn't stop it. Well, why'd you let him go for so long?
They do take a
Or
lot of
what-
heat.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's why I never blame a referee for stopping the fight because Louis Smoker's a good fighter. He just was totally outmatched. He had a
Sometimes
little bit
you're
of a comeback
outgunned,
in the
man.
third round, but those first 2 rounds, he was just getting tagged, and you could just see you know what I mean? The brain shut down, and then he just
Well,
come back up.
We talk about a lot of things, the variables that go into the 6 weeks prior to the fight. So we got
Right.
fight camp, we got weight cut, we got injuries to deal with. We never know what we're going to see because we don't know what they're going through. Are
Right.
they going to be able to bring it? Who knows, right?
Yeah,
You got a broken
only
hand, you're
person
fighting
knows is you.
anyways, right?
Right.
You haven't hydrated proper in the last 24 hours, you're not going to be yourself.
Yeah.
Your weight cut was too quick at the very end, not going to be yourself.
When I was addicted to PCP and angel dust, I could take punishment all day and never felt a thing.
I remember
so
those
I
days.
never had to
Yeah, I
worry
remember.
about it. That's why I was undefeated, even though I never had any fights.
Undefeated in the street.
Actually, absolutely. So I don't know. I don't know if if it makes sense or not. I thought Smoka, if the but if they would have said at the end of the second round, look, man, let's just live to fight another day. I wouldn't have blamed him at all. And that's nothing against Louis Smoka. That guy went and put on a fight.
He's
and
got heart.
Yeah, he's got a lot of heart. But come on, man, go ahead.
You can never throw in a towel against a Hawaii boy. You know, our dads beat the shit out of us more than
Exactly.
that.
You'll get a worse beating when you get home.
He's got the rubber hose before. That's nothing.
Okay, do you know who Samoa Joe
Rubber
is?
hose, he says.
Samoa Joe, the
Lickens.
wrestler.
I just watched
And
him
why they
fight,
call it lickens?
last
You
on
gotta
Monday
get your
Night Raw
lickens.
against Reigns.
His dad was probably 5'6", but he was built like Barney Rubble, like a rock. And his fingers were 2 of mine put together, big. I mean, like rocks.
We
or
knew
whatever.
a guy like that.
Yeah, he would.
James Fedorchak.
Yeah, he would shake my hand. I'm like, oh my God, So Joe would say, I would rather my dad punch me than to slap me or whatever because his hand hurt so bad that I would rather him punch me than slap me because that's how
Yeah.
you know.
No, my dad's hands are the same way. He's a big
Yeah,
dude.
so. You
How
come
about
home.
He's got claws.
Maybe Smoker was thinking, man, I don't want to get that slap when I get home. I'm staying in this fight.
Tal Medina's hands are pretty.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and they're
Pretty-
coconut
pretty
husks.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So hey,
It's hardcore.
but props to Smoker. Hey, he turned it around the third round. Had a pretty good comeback or whatever. The guy he fought, Mateus Nicola, his boxing skills were on point, man. I
Yeah.
mean, those first, he was moving, he was sticking, he was catching him, but he just gassed out in that third round and gave him a chance to go, which speaks a lot for cardio.
Sure does.
I mean, cardio can get you to the promised land, right?
That's right.
When you were working as a secretary for Randy Couture, didn't he used to say that a lot? He used to say, no matter how skilled you are, if you don't have cardio, it'll what does it say? It makes mice out of men or whatever. What was it saying?
oh yeah, that's what he'd say, and then he'd say,
But
"Go get
if
my
you
coffee."
can't breathe, you can't fight. So there's two
And then he
ways
would say,
about
I need
that, right?
the logistics of that or whatever. So, anyways, I thought it was a great card. I think Cyborg, what's the word I'm looking for? Put the stamp on how good she really is or whatever.
Well, how far separated she is from the top of the heap. You know what
True.
I mean? She's in her own class.
Yeah.
Well,
that's,
she definitely made me want to see more of the 145 division, which before I was just done.
Yeah, you
because
just-
there's nobody in it.
and you want to just see somebody give her a good fight, just
Yeah.
kind of like Mayweather. You just want to see. You don't even have to beat him. Just give him a good fight,
Yeah.
and show that-
Take them out for a test run rather
Exactly,
than just
exactly.
exhibiting all
Well,
of
I
that.
just like to see more women at 145 at that elite level
Well,
in
if they
UFC.
which you had a good
fighting,
idea. That's why
you
we
know?
bring Erin Muro on
Yeah.
here.
Her
if
insight
you-
is good.
If you go to, is it MMA JAP? Is that your Twitter handle?
Yeah.
Jap.
If you follow her,
MMA Jap.
if you follow her, and it's not, that doesn't stand for MMA Japanese. It stands for something else.
Yeah, yeah.
Choose your microphone.
Follow her, and she will give you the lowdown on stuff like that. That's why we have her on this show. Great idea. Do 145 Ultimate Fighter. The winner gets to fight Cyborg. I think some people might lose on purpose. No, I would not really, but that would be good to get them there to see who's
Yeah.
the best, that we can come up with
Yeah.
for this fight. I think if they do that and they have an all women's MMA UFC card, I think it will sell out. I think it will do really well. I don't know if Ronda's going to go to WWE, and be in WrestleMania or whatever.
Ronda's
but
in her Honda.
if they work and really put everything together, I think they can do really, really well with that card, and that just would solidify it with somebody fighting Christina Cyborg.
Your all-girl matchup card. It's
Never gonna happen.
It's got to happen.
It should. I'm
should
telling you,
happen.
Sean Shelby, Dana. What's the other
That
guy?
would be
Matchmaker's
fun.
name?
Nick
think he-
Maynard.
I don't think he does the women though, or whatever. That's all Sean Shelby.
When that happens, we're going to Fabi's house.
Yeah, let's make it
Steaks.
happen. If that happens, I will. You can come over to my house. I will barbecue. I will buy. I will get up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
I love this.
And go to Jepe Musena's house of carniceria.
I love it.
Get the meat. We will have talk. I will.
It's like-
I will buy if they have a
It's
whole.
like down the
women's-
street from his house. You can walk
I will
there.
bust out the window that goes to the patio so you can see the TV from
Love
the
it.
patio, and then we'll have it there because I think that would just completely shatter any
Some extra
sort of
broccoli for
pay-per-view
Miguel.
record. Yeah, absolutely. We'll get liver and onions for Robert.
Robert,
Go ahead, Robert. You want
spam.
you want to
Yeah,
jump in?
A couple cans of spam and Robert's
Yeah.
good.
I think it's. I think
Musubi.
there's enough. There's enough women out there to market something like that.
And they bring it, man. I mean, it's very rare that a fight is slow in the women's division or whatever. So
It would be
so
cool if they also
I-
had some 145ers come in on the Contender Series.
Sure.
That would be pretty neat.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, make it happen. It's not like they don't have the means to do it or whatever. So I think that was I think Khabib made a more of a believer than I am now. That dude's dangerous, man. I think that's going to be good. It's going to do some well
Who
drawing.
else has had that kind of performance recently?
Yes.
That dominant against someone as good and well versed as Barboza.
I agree. I think
Barbosa's amazing.
That
yeah,
you don't just walk
he's a
through
bad
Barboza.
dude, man. And he's like he said, he's one of the only people that's knocked out somebody with a body kick, a head kick, and a spin kick or whatever. The dude's a real deal. I also thought Miles Jury looked really good in his fight
Yeah.
too. He
Yeah,
looked,
Miles Jury's
especially
alright.
against the guy that he fought. He looked really good. We had him and Jeremy Stevens at the OTM when they had it in Pacific Beach, and he was just coming to the forefront or whatever. He was like,
There was an OTM in
yeah,
Pacific
he's-
Beach?
Used to be. That's
was
all
my-
gone by the
That was my
wayside.
hangout, dude. I missed it.
So he's come a long way.
Little
He's looking
empanada
good.
shop
I
on the
think-
corner?
Yeah, I think he might be a player in the game. So
he is absolutely.
yeah, I thought it was great. I thought the whole pay per view was well worth it, or whatever. So definitely, got some stuff in the works. I'm not too. Monday we'll talk about what's coming up on the next pay per view or
That's
whatever,
right.
or the next. I know they got Donald Cerrone's going to fight Yancy Maderos.
It's a good one.
Or whatever. That's going to be
It's a
huge
big 'un.
or whatever. So we'll talk about that.
Big
Um,
ones.
So real quick before we get out of it, don't forget, keep that in mind, the big live show from NutriShop in Long Beach. Make sure you come check it out. It's going to be Saturday, January 20th. We'll be there from 11 till about 1:30 or so. Make sure you come down, check it out. We'll play some chop trivia. We'll give away some stuff.
Chop chop.
Yeah, definitely going to be worth it. I'll see if I can get Luis because he can take a chop
All
or
right.
whatever. Plus, he's got the big chichonas or whatever, so
Alrighty.
we can give him the chops. Make sure you check that out. Make sure you check us out on Monday. We had to come on Wednesday because we've been off for a couple of Mondays. We want to make sure we talked about the UFC before it gets old. So check us out every Monday. Don't forget you can check out Gym Crashers. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel. Just go to
Free admission.
Free Admission channel on Facebook and YouTube.
Yep.
Or whatever. You can check both of those out. Don't forget, check out Erin Muro. Just go to MMA JAP on Twitter. I follow her. She puts a lot of interesting stuff up there. Make sure
An
you check her
interesting
out.
lady, I tell you that.
Also, will you be making any appearances in the near future at Danny K's?
Always.
Oh,
It's a local haunt.
whatever the next UFC is, I guess.
Okay, and-
So that would be no, because I'm going to Bellator.
And you will be in attendance at LFA, correct? And that is at the hangar in Orange County?
Yep, LFA 30.
Okay, so look-
and
look for Aaron over
Bellator
there.
192. Are you guys going to 192? Chad George is
Yeah.
fighting on that card.
big-
We are currently in the midst of trying to get some credentials to get over there. So hopefully, if we get to
Bellator, hit us
Metroflex,
up.
we can see the people over there. Theirs is totally different. You got to go to a website and you got to fill all this stuff out. You have to have the owner sign and all. It's a big to do. So we're currently working on that. But we definitely will be at LFA. For that, we're trying to get all of us. I'm only approved for 2 now, but we're going to work on it. And Soros, if you're watching, hey, bro, got the crew here.
Take
We'll
care of
do
the
you
homies.
right, man. We'll put as many people as you want. We will push that show. Well, we're going to push it anyways, but we'll definitely make sure the people hear about it. Definitely want to make sure we get those people out there. So we appreciate everybody checking us out on a Wednesday. Don't forget, check us out Monday. We'll be right back here. Props to the wrestlers, even though I can't stand them. They came and they cleaned up, they vacuumed and everything. We appreciate it.
Cease and desist hour.
Yeah,
that would
we
be.
do. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure that we give them their props on that because we appreciate when you clean it up over here. So we'll see everybody on Monday. Make sure you check us out. Full Contact Fanatics. Don't forget onthemat.com. Make sure you check that out. We talked to Scotty today. Robert talked to him and said, hey, man, we're trying to get some stuff up on there. And he's like, CC me on it. Bam, we'll put it on that website. So we'll start looking for stuff
Thank you, Scotty.
right there on
We
themat.com.
appreciate all that.
And also, don't forget Lucky Gi, myluckygee.com. Make sure you check that out. We're going to be covering a little bit more jiu-jitsu as it
That's right. We got
comes
stuff
into-
coming up, man.
comes to fruition.
We got Naga. We got
Absolutely.
Grappler's
We got
Quest.
nalgas, we got chichonas,
That's
we got
right.
everything here. So make sure you check us out. We'll see everybody on Monday. Make sure you check us out Monday.
World Series of Jiu-Jitsu, Laguna Beach.
Stay
They
tuned.
hit us up.
And Biggins.
Well, that's our new company.
Oh yeah.
The expansion of. Gotta talk to Scotty about that. Better turn the microphone off.
Scotty about that.